I recently got from one of somebody from our community, and the question is, Shadi, how do I stay focused? So that's it. The question was, how do I stay focused? So what I'm assuming is that this is a person who has a hard time staying focused long enough to complete a certain task or to continue to go after whatever it is that he or she desires to achieve for themselves. So how do you stay focused? So what I just got done doing right now is I just asked the question. I threw the question right back at you. How do you stay focused? Well, what we know is that the best way to generate focus is simply through the questions that we are asking ourselves. Well, basically, if you really want to break it down and you really want to get scientific, you're always focused. You really are always focused. It's just that you're not focused on the things that you know you ought to be focused on. Your focus is elsewhere where it shouldn't be during a time where you should be focused on a specific task, a specific goal, a specific whatever. So your mind is always having this conversation with itself, and it's going on 24 hours a day. So how you generate focus is simply by generating the right conversation to take place in your mind. And the way that we do that is through the form of questions. For example, if you are, depending on what time of the day it is for you right now, if you're sitting down and you ask yourself the question, well, what do I feel like eating for lunch? Now your mind begins to give you answers like, maybe I want to eat lasagna, maybe I feel like having some, Mexican food or some burgers or whatever. See, now your focus is on the answer to the question. Now, what I would do if I were you is I will come up with 2 or 3 very powerful questions that I get to ask myself anytime I feel like I am somewhat out of focus. So some of the questions that you could ask yourself would be, especially when you catch yourself not doing the things you should be doing, just ask yourself this question. If I were paying someone other than me to do my job, what would I expect that person to be doing right now? See, now you just shifted your focus on exactly what it is that you should be doing right now in that moment. So you've answered the question, and all you got to do is just go back to the activity and get going with it. Or if you catch yourself doing something that's totally outside your schedule or something totally out of where your focus ought to be, ask yourself this question. And the question is what I'm doing right now more important than what is in my schedule? Is what I'm doing right now more important than what is in my schedule? If the answer is no, then simply go back and do the things that are in your schedule. So these are 2 very good pointers. Anytime you catch yourself out of focus, simply go back and ask yourself a question that's going to put you right back into focus. And if anyone else has any other questions that I could assist you with in growing your business, simply type your questions somewhere right below this video, and I'll make sure to do a video to answer your question. Chadi Bazzi here saying, I'll see you.